Hey baritone players, it's me, Miss Thule. So we just want to do a quick little review about sitting on the band chair or music chair with the right posture, bringing the baritone up to our body so we can play it, and then making our first 3 notes. That's what today is. Okay, so we had talked about finding a chair that's not very comfy, that's something that you can sit up with really good posture. So this is the chair that I'm going to use. It's kind of like a kitchen chair, something like that. Okay, once you find your chair, I'm going to ask that you sit on the front part of your chair with your feet flat on the floor in front of you, okay? Do you see how there's a bunch of space right behind my chair? We're going to encourage you not to sit back with slouchy posture when you play your baritone, so we're going to have you scoot forward and sit on the front half of your chair with a nice tall spine, like you're sitting up with really tall posture, okay? When you're ready, can you please pick up your baritone, and what we're going to have you do is put your baritone right towards your lips, okay? Like this, and wrap your left hand around, and we had talked about holding on to one of these pipes, having your right hand in the back with 1, 2, and 3. We all did this together in baritone class this week, so this should not be a reminder. But what I'm going to encourage you to do is, as you're playing the baritone, not to slouch and go down like this with really bad posture, because think about what our lungs are doing inside of our body if we slouch with a slouchy position. There's no way that we can fill our lungs with air if we slouch. So that's why we encourage you to sit up nice and tall, bringing the baritone to you instead of slouching over. Can you guys take a second and just review your posture one more time for me, please? Good, okay, so the next thing is we're gonna talk about the first 3 notes to play in our baritone. When I had you play some sounds already on our baritone, we practiced doing lows and highs on our baritone just a little bit, and you were able to do this. No buttons pushed down, just 0 fingers. And guess what? That was a note that we're gonna learn. That was the first note. We're gonna learn how to play a B flat. See how there's 0 fingers pushed down? We also wrote a 0 underneath there. So let me show you that sound one more time. This is your first note, which we call a B flat. You guys practice making that sound right now. Okay, now the next note is going to be slightly higher. So remember, when we want to play a higher sound, we have a little bit stronger face and blow a little bit faster air. The next note that we're going to play is called C. Your first finger and your third finger. That's why we say 1 and 3. First finger and your third finger will get pushed down next, so it looks like this. Okay, here's your second one. Try that one right now. Okay, now your third note that we're learning today is called a D. So if you're safe, you look over here, there's going to be slightly higher than the C, is called the D. The fingering is 1 and 2. Sounds like this. Take a second and try a D. A little stronger lips and faster air. So far, we know 3 notes: B flat, C, and D. Let me show you what it sounds like when I put them together. Did you notice how the sound went higher? That's what we want to try. What if we asked you to go backwards? D, C, and B flat. Could you go in reverse order? So everyone, those are the first 3 notes that we want you to try, but we have a kind of a special surprise if you watch this video. Can you guys please look in your folder and find a green piece of paper that says "Hot Cross Buns and Merrily We Roll Along"? This piece of paper is our first 2 songs that we're learning in 6th grade band. These only use the first 3 notes that we just learned, so could you use your skill and could you try playing some of these songs with the notes that we just learned? We'll do this again in band class next week, unless you guys have a head start on it. Okay, thanks everyone and happy practicing.